Posing. It is the number one factor when we get to stage to help you place, to get you that trophy, to get you that overall, the pro card, whatever it is you're trying to do. How do you master it? That's what we're covering today on First Callouts. From TeamFFLEX. You're on my show, First Callouts, every single Wednesday. Come right here on TeamFFLEX TV and we talk about how to get yourself into that iconic first callout. The show made for competitors, actually all of them are, and it's just one of 5 that I run all week for you, so make sure you subscribe if you get anything out of my stuff, alright? Let's talk today about posing. It is the number one factor when it comes to getting a great placing on stage. It is the number one thing, and I will say it again one more time, it is the number one thing, ladies and gents out there, whoever's watching this. If your posing is not on point, it does not matter how hard you dieted, it does not matter how much muscle you built, it does not matter how much you ate and did your cardio and trained in the gym. You have to present and you have to pose to show your physique in the best way, to fit the criteria of these divisions. And the person that can do that the best will win. I've been to tons and tons of shows where there's absolutely great physiques on stage, right? People that you can tell they killed their training, they killed their nutrition, they did an awesome job with everything. Posing was terrible and they got dead last place. They could have won the whole damn show. Dead last place because their posing wasn't on point. And one thing competitors always ask me is, what are your tips? How do we improve this? How do I get better at posing? A lot of people struggle with posing, so let's cover it right here for you. First thing I would say, thing number one, if you will, to get better at posing is practice all the time. You might think that that's like, oh yeah, it's a given, that's a thing. I'll tell you what, a lot of competitors don't start practicing their posing until late stages of prep. And when I say practice all the time, I mean 365 days a year in your off seasons. If you're not competing for the next year and a half, still be practicing your posing. Practice your posing while you brush your teeth. Practice your posing between your sets. Practice your posing any damn time you can think to practice your posing, or you got a minute to do it, because it's gonna make you better on stage. You know, when we're on training people on TeamFFLEX, we're having them practice posing all the time. Having them do check-ins in posing, having them send, posing routine videos, having them pose between sets when we program their workouts. There's so many ways to really start breaking down that barrier that comes mentally with the fear of posing and the, am I doing it right, and the kind of fear of the audience and all those things. But really the best one is to just sit there and pose. So I would say, all of you out there trying to master your posing, keep mastering it by practicing it. And that's really got to be the number one thing. Thing number 2 that I'd have to say is a must is get a posing coach. Here's the problem. A lot of people look at videos online, they look at different, tutorials, they look at all these things. Those are all great. They'll give you some information. They're never going to be as good as having a good posing coach. And when it comes to selecting a posing coach, make sure that the posing coach you pick knows what today's standard is. What the judges are looking for in competitions for any of these divisions is always changing. It's always adapting. It's always molding. It's always going this way, that way. Things are different all the time. Sometimes weekend to weekend, we're seeing what the judges liked on stage be a little bit different. Seeing some poses that were once the pose, now not the pose anymore. You want to have somebody that understands this and knows this, that can guide you. And also, most importantly, someone that looks at your physique and knows, okay, here's your strong points, here's your kind of weaker points. We want to hide those weaker points and we want to accentuate those strong points. So let's do a pose like this, twist that way, do that much, and stand like that, and boom, there it is. And practice that. You gotta have somebody that can look at your physique and understand where you are and how to actually make your pose the best pose. The pose that you probably need, ladies and gents out here, is not the one your favorite pro is doing, alright? They found their best, and that's why you look at it and think it's the best. You gotta find your best when it comes to posing. I got one final tip for you, how to master your posing, when we get back right after this break.
TeamFFLEX.com presents a revolution in the online competition coaching experience. Contest prep has been redefined. From anywhere around the world, at the touch of a button, your entire totally custom coaching experience built just for you. Constantly monitored and adapted by your own expert competition coach. The most complete competition coaching experience awaits you now. Go to TeamFFLEX.com and try it free.
So we talk about practicing all the time. Talk about working with a qualified coach. Absolutely two important factors. What's the third most important way you can improve your posing? Get yourself on stage, all right? This is kind of a mind blow for a lot of people watching right now. Like, what? Get on stage? Yeah, get yourself on stage. If you've been practicing, you got a qualified posing coach, and now you want to get better at your posing, there's one way to do it, and it's getting on stage, getting actually in the arena, getting in front of the audience, getting in front of the judges, feeling the show day vibe that comes with the whole practice of doing the show. This is the only way you actually get better at posing. You actually get better at stage presence. You actually get better as a competitor. You have to compete. Go figure, right? You know, it's like you think about every other sport. If people just sat around shooting hoops all the time, if they were a basketball player in their yard, it's a hell of a lot different if they can do that in their yard versus do it in an arena in front of fans on a stage in a team and win the game. It's the same for posing. You got to be able to take what you're doing and all your practice and all your posing coaching and all that. It's very important, but you got to be able to take that and put that to work, put that to practice, because it will feel different. It is different, and every time I tell competitors this, there's like a 4 to 5 show rule. If you're a newer competitor, you're a beginner, you know, you got 4 to 5 shows where you're going to be nervous as heck getting out there. You're going to have the shakes, you're going to have different things, you notice you messed up. You're going to get out there sometimes and be like, I can't remember my whole routine. These kind of things happen, and the only way you can start improving on that is actually to continue to compete. Get on stage, do it more, do it again, get feedback from the judges. Maybe they said, hey, actually we like this pose a little better on you. We think you might want to change that, adjust this. This didn't work. Boom. Now you got more feedback that you can take, you can practice, you can work on with a coach, and you can go to stage again. This is how you master your posing, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. The 3x3 bullet window. Practice more, get a qualified posing coach, and get on stage. Repeat that process over and over, and all of a sudden you're going to have a dramatically better routine. You're going to be in a really good spot, and your posing to become, so routine that I could wake you up at 2 a.m. with a whistle and you could hit your routine and it would look perfect. So any of you out there that are worried about where you're at now with your posing, anything like that, know you can reach out. Know we offer posing coaching. Know you can do our free trial where we can assess some of your poses for you. That's at TeamFFLEX.com. Happy to help you do that. Happy to help you with whatever you need. That's what we do. It's the name of the game. Thanks for watching. First Callouts. I'm Ryan Milton from TeamFFLEX. Be back tomorrow for Fitness Fire. Coach Rye is out.